Yo, this is Deontay the Bronx Bomber Wild, the WBC heavyweight champion of the world. And I'd like to give a big shout out to CJ Goodfella of Sports TV. Bomb Squad, baby.
Make sure to check out our sponsor, Cell Phone Buyers Recyclers. They want to buy your cell phone, old, broken, or you're just trying to get rid of it. You can contact them right at the number on the screen, text or call. Also, their social media and website is in the description if that's more convenient. If you share their social media accounts on social media, get a chance to win an iPhone. Go check them out. All right, man, we back. Goodfella Sports TV. It's your boy CJ Goodfella. Let's talk about why Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury 3 has to happen outside the United States if it's going to be next. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. Check out the heavyweight boxing playlist for more videos like this. And it's simply because they don't have the money without the fans to pay the purses. All right, nobody wants to fight a trilogy and make less, the third time than they made the second time, all right? I'm not sure without the fans they can do what they did the first time, whatever they got paid. Last time they purses were guaranteed $30 million. And, what upside, but I heard they took a loss on the pay-per-view because they only did 800,000 pay-per-views. Now, I don't understand why the guarantee was so high for both fighters, because I think Wilder had a 60-40 split. It's 50-50 this time, for the second. So one of the things about the second fight, the winner would get the 60-40 split going into the third fight. Deontay Wilder being a champion, I'll just tell you how terrible his team is. He got 50-50. He gave Fury 50-50 the first time to go out his way and make the one guy that can make him look bad in the ring, come out of retirement. You know what I'm saying? So, he didn't have to knock on Fury's door. He didn't have to speak Fury into existence. He could still be chasing AJ, or he could have just, tried to get the AJ fight or just tried to get the 50-0. But Deontay Wilder, old school, he wanted to challenge himself. And Tyson Fury is the one heavyweight that had the skill set to beat him with the physical attributes. I still believe Ortiz had the skill set. He just didn't have the height or the length, and then he didn't have the volume to beat Deontay Wilder. You know what I'm saying? Fury had the height, the length, and he had the, just the irky-jerky slickness to beat Deontay Wilder. And I just think he got Deontay Wilder's number. That's just my opinion on that. But, what champion going out here giving challengers 50-50? You know what I'm saying? Especially for somebody that has a ped history, and doesn't have no type of status in the United States. Only fight he had in the United States that I remember before Wilder and Fury was with Steve Cunningham. He got iced. And then he got up off the canvas. So I'll just let you know where Deontay Wilder team at. It's just not a good team. And if they didn't get Tyson Fury, they were going to offer Vladimir Klitschko to come out of retirement, the word on the street was. So, like I said before, Wilder going to end up, out of all these fights, getting 50-50 twice and 40-60 split. But if he win, everything is, forgiven. But his team didn't put him in position to be successful financially, and just in the grand scheme of things. It just wasn't smart by Shelly Finkel and Al Heyman and Jay Diaz and whoever make those decisions. But this fight got to happen overseas because it's no gate. That's why they marked the tickets up so high. Now, I don't know how they sold those tickets, if they truly sold them, or did somebody buy them and they resold them. I don't know. I don't know exactly I can't remember what the gate was. But that's a huge part of the money. And then you had the international pay-per-view money, the UK pay-per-view money. You had copyrights, you had sponsors. So I still don't understand, why they was guaranteed so bigger purses. I didn't think the second fight was that big. And obviously, the pay-per-views proved to be right because the UK pay-per-view never came out for the second fight. And even for the first fight officially, it never came out. So I didn't really understand what the big hoopla was about the second fight. I really didn't care if it happened or not, to be honest. But, they only did, 800,000 reportedly? It probably was less than that. So they took a big L in pay-per-view, and I'm just trying to figure out, these dudes wasn't big. I mean, when the last time you seen two fighters get guaranteed $60 million? They could have put Crawford and Errol Spence in the ring and they would have got a better return. That shit would have did over 1 million pay-per-views. And I'm staying by that. Tyson Fury was a virtual unknown in the United States. Still, even after he fought for Wilder the first time, everybody still didn't know who he was. If Wilder didn't say to this day with Radio Raccoon, Keem, my bad, You know, that fight probably doesn't even do 350. With Fox and ESPN promoting it, it did, you know, a little bit more. But like I said before, these dudes in boxing don't know how to promote. They don't know how to project no more. And like I said, now they got to make a solid purse. Now they got to drag it over there somewhere in the Middle East. You know, and this is what, you know, Wilder get. Letting his team go out there instead of, you know, taking less to make more in the future versus AJ or something like that. And maybe that fight never could have happened even if he took less. Who knows? AJ's still scared. But this clearly wasn't a move. So now you got to go to a foreign country just to make ends meet. You could take less, but Fury's still going to want his solar chips. You feel me? He's still going to want his blue faces. So now you got to go overseas and make this jump. And they probably going to try to package it as a pay-per-view. So they're going to try to put it on. I'm going to tell you what these greedy people do. They're going to try to put it on whatever country they go to. They're going to try to line it up with the regular pay-per-view time in America. And they're going to charge, you know, $85 again. They might even try to reduce it. But I tell you this, I ain't buying it. I went to the bar last time. The first time, I didn't buy it. Just didn't pique my interest. I'm not buying no more second, third, fifth, sixth tier fights. You know, only fight I'm going to buy in that division if AJ and Wilder get in that ring together, if Wilder win. If not, I'm good. Because the heavyweight division has frozen us out too often, you know, and too long. You know, we had a golden era in the 90s. No doubt about it. We had a golden era. But, you know, after the, like, Lennox and Klitschko and Vitaly, it was terrible heavyweight boxing for almost, you know, 17, 18 years. But to get that money, they got to go overseas. And somebody going to pay a big site fee like they did for Anthony Joshua and Andy Ruiz. And, you know, at the end of the day, Wilder just going to have a higher degree of difficulty. Now you got to go to a foreign country to beat this man. You know, it was already questions about him failing the drug test during this fight. You know, it was already questions about, you know, a lot of things. So Deontay got to do damn near the impossible. And don't forget, he coming off an elbow or arm injury. And they said he injured his knee before this fight. You know, and then, more the physical injuries can heal. You know what I'm saying? You know, and then physically, he going to have to get a teacher in there that got to bring him up to speed real fast. And he can't start back training until this month or next month. I forget what he said on the PBC podcast. But more than all of that, the first thing he got to do is get over the mental hurdle. You know, and that may or may not, sometimes that happens. Some people never get over that mental hurdle. The traumatic experience of Tyson Fury going upside his head. You know, and then you got to be able to get over the mental hurdle, heal physically, and then you got to be able to do something different. Be on balance. Get on your toes. Shoot the jab. You know, get back to slipping and dipping. You know what I'm saying? Put punches together. Punches and bunches together. Not just depend on a 1-2 or a big 2. You know what I'm saying? You got to understand there's no 2 without the 1, so you got to sit on that 1. You know, get a lead left hook going. He did a nice little check left hook to keep in desperation while Fury was on his head in the middle of that fight. He got to do more of that. Keep Fury turning. Keep that jab working. You know, vary that right hand to the body. You know what I'm saying? And then you got to keep Fury on the outside unless he going to learn how to rumble on the inside. And Fury took him to school on the inside. It's just a bad matchup for Deontay Wilder. And I don't think he ever going to beat Tyson Fury. You know, but Fury has had erratic performances. He looked good one fight, and then he go down a next fight. But this is probably close as impossible as it's going to get. And if Wilder able to come victorious over him in another country, I think it'd probably be one of the greatest rebirths in heavyweight history other than George Foreman. You know what I'm saying? And Muhammad Ali, them taking his prime and then still beating George Foreman. That's funny. We mentioned all three of them in their name. And Foreman could be working with Deontay Wilder. But if Wilder get this, it's probably one of the best 3 comeback stories in heavyweight history, in my opinion. It may make a case in the modern day history. This may be the best due to the traumatic experience that social media bestows upon, you know, people. But we'll see what happens. But they got to go overseas to get that bread. And ain't no live gate, and it probably won't be a solid live gate in America for a long time. So, you know, if they choose to wait and take intern fights, let's just say that, you know, the fight still may not do numbers until 2 or 3 years down the road. You know what I'm saying? So That's something to look at. But hey, let me know what you guys think. Don't forget, you can check out our heavyweight boxing playlist. Don't forget, you can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. All those links in the description. If you got business, question, inquiry, sponsorship, video quests, keep sharing the videos. You want to make a donation to the channel, Cash App, PayPal, description. Best way to donate is share the video. Let me know what you guys think about the comment section about this fight going to the Middle East. And don't forget, it's 60-40 in favor of Tyson Fury as far as the split. So Wilder done got 50-50 the first two fights, and now he get the latter of 40-60. So it is what it is. Let me know what you guys think. One time for the one time. It's your boy CJ Goodfella, Goodfella Sports TV. We gone.